And today we're going to talk about, again, looking at the customer life cycle, how all the other departments have a play in the customer life cycle, and how you have defined each of the roles of the departments as you've architected the ultimate customer experience for each of your target markets. So, usually the big focus in most businesses is customer success, and it's their responsibility of that organization to make customers successful. While that's true, and they have a very, very important role as an organization to ensuring customers find their high value outcomes, following a roadmap, and creating ROIs, that is just one organization in your overall company. And my guess is if you ask a customer, as they walk through a customer experience with your company, that they are actually interacting with various members across all of your organizations at different places at different times and for different reasons and purposes. So the question is do you know what that is? Is that part of your designed plan of how you've architected your customer experience model and your customer lifecycle model? And is everybody in the whole company understanding what their role and their contribution is? And do you have this coordinated attack, if you will, for how all of your organizations collaborate and coordinate together in a very well planned out approach that ensures that every customer, 10 out of 10, will experience that kind of customer experience that you have architected? And that leads to those highly entrenched, highly adopted customers that you know are going to create that long-term partnership with you. So if that is something that you're in the middle of working on, it's just important for you to understand how they play. So if we look at this life cycle and you think about how you're journey mapping each of the stages of your life cycle, in that, you are architecting how each organization plays in every stage of your customer lifecycle. So, for instance, if you just think in general, we just spoke about this in our last podcast, that marketing has a really important play for creating perception out of the market, but also creating consistency inside your organization to all talk about your company the same way. In essence, marketing's role is they set the stage for the perception of your company and the value you bring and how you contribute to their business impacts in a positive way, lower costs, increased revenue streams, etc. Whereas sales, their role is to help the customers have a really clear understanding of how you do that. How do your products and services make an impact to their company? What kind of outcomes can they expect? What kind of an ROI could they expect long term if they decide to invest their time, money, and resources in your company? And services has a play of obviously implementing that. So their role is, now I'm going to make sure that you, my customer, have full knowledge transfer so that you understand exactly what we do, how we get you there, and how we will ensure that you get those high value outcomes, and that we will be there with you to ensure those turn into hard ROIs down the road. And the CS team has a play of, there's this long-term roadmap that you've built that is going to help a customer start from, maybe it's a beachhead approach where you just started in one tiny little part of the company, but your roadmap maps out how you're going to go wall to wall in that company. And the CSM's role is, I'm going to make sure our customers keep moving along that roadmap. And that roadmap includes things like a maturity model, helping the customer to mature in their own organization, in their own company, so that they can take more advantage of the technology and the solutions that you're bringing to market. Sometimes your solution is a little more ahead of the maturity of a company, and your roadmap tells them how to get from where they are today to that vision. And the CSMs play that role in helping them to understand how to keep moving forward along that roadmap. And finance has a great role in that they are helping to create a way of making it easy to do business with the company, right? In how they buy, in how they expand, even in the pricing structures, your policies, your procedures, your contracts, all of those things. Finance has an interaction with your customers in how easy is it to do business with you. So again, when you think about all the organizations in your company, you have to ask yourself, does every employee in this company understand how they contribute to this life cycle? Does every department understand how they coordinate together to create the ultimate customer experience for every customer? And true, if you are in a newer up and coming company, you might not be as mature as a company who's been established for a while or large. But remember, the sooner you architect a customer experience and a life cycle model for your target market, and you architect that coordinated attack on that market of how you're going to create that ultimate customer experience, 10 out of 10 customers, the sooner you do that in your company, the easier it is for you to mature and grow and expand. And it creates that ease of scalability in your company because you've already created a much more mature approach to creating customer success, the kind of outcomes that are high value that turn into those ROIs. And it's a very clear, concise roadmap for the customer. And the customer goes, man, that was just a piece of cake. That was so easy to follow. You guys make it so easy to do business. And we really love every part of everybody and every organization we work with in your company because you all are on the same page and you all are guiding us down the same roadmap. So that's the experience that you're really trying to create. And hopefully now you'll think about how all of your organizations understand what their contribution is to your customer experience, and using your customer life cycle, that will actually be a roadmap for everybody in-house to understand what their role is and what their contribution is to your customer success. Hopefully that was very helpful. Again, if you ever have any questions, you can reach me at www.landandexpand.com. You can always contact me and let me know if there's any questions you have or any other topics that you'd like to talk about. Thanks, and until next time, have a great week.